Hey all, it's Laura from Craft and See with Laura B. And again, I have to adjust my camera because as soon as I hit record, everything changes on it. And so what I have lined up in the beginning is not what I end up with. And I apologize, so keep closing your eyes. Okay, good enough. Alright, before I break out in Cyndi Lauper. Okay, so I'm back. It is Friday, and I decided actually, I didn't decide. I was trying to do two sentences at the same time. I was making backing papers for a tag swap challenge. I joined with Carol at Oak House Journals. I will look quickly and then tell you the real, true name if that's wrong. Anyway, I was making backing papers for it, and I remembered that Kandace had wanted to see a video of my process on this. Now, what I'm going to do here, it's the same thing as I did, like I have done in the past. So I have this one, and I'm going to try to focus because it does not look focused to me, but again, there it goes. And then here's the back of it. So I did both sides, and it feels like paper, but at the same time it doesn't feel like paper. And then this one I did, and it stuck. So I did, good God, what is the name of that? Texture paste, I think it is. Not texture paste, it's called Liquitex. And it is like, I don't know. I can't remember. I am so sorry, y'all. I just suddenly blank on everything. But I did both sides. And I have not figured out what to do with any of this stuff. So I decided to make this like a signature cover. Or maybe a journal cover. I don't know. And here's another one. And I feel like I'm shoving it in your face. Sorry. So this is the inside. And I tried to do some stenciling so you can vaguely, barely, kind of see the stencil. And here's again the back. And this is what happens when, it does tear and really show the paper underneath. Oh my gosh, I was trying to say a word and I just, wow. Anyway, so it's Friday evening. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. So this could be a sip and chat, even though this is about all I'm sipping. We'll be sipping tea later, because I just, unless it's cheerleader beer, I don't drink. And I don't have any more cheerleader beer. So, I've turned the lights down tonight because of the glare, because I'm using metallic acrylic paints. Because Mama likes her acrylic, her metallics. She likes her glitter and her shimmers. She just does, and, well, that's all there is to it. It's my craft. I get to do what I want. Besides, I got permission from my doctor today to color for an hour a day if I need to. I color a lot because I like to color. It's my happy place. This kind of stuff is my happy place. Anyway. Yep, I had permission. So I was doing, if I remember where I put them, I shall show you. Oh, because I have this pile. I rearranged my desk. I kind of did it a little bit differently. And I really like how easy it is to use. Except for I do have a little bit less room on, well, to the north of me, I guess you would say, but you guys can't see that. So anyway, I did a lot of this last night. I think I showed you that one. But a lot of stamping and then coloring. So I can have them, tear them, add them to a journal, and try to get some kind of something going, so I'm not always... I tend to make things for the project, and I don't have a lot of... I do have some stuff, but I don't have enough little, that kind of thing. Because I just don't. And so I'm trying to get better at this. Now, so what we do is you take either... Where'd my long one go? I was using Okay, here it is. Duh. I was using this. It came with a thing of washi tape that I bought to wrap washi around just because it was too much bother to reach 2 inches further and dig a little bit. Just move a couple pieces of paper to get the actual, you know, like the credit cards that you don't use anymore and that kind of thing. That was too much effort. This was sticking up. I saw it first, so I grabbed it. That's as much effort as I'm doing today. Because it's my party and I'll do what I want to. Right, so my colors that I have, I'll just line them all out. And actually, out of this, the brushed gold is my favorite, and I would have thought it would have been the brushed antique gold, but it isn't. So I do have this brushed bronze, and I used it on the other ones, but I don't want to do that today. That's why it's off to the side. It's off by itself, because I don't want to mess with it. And then I have an amethyst. This is a berry. And then I have peacock pearl, white pearl, and the champagne gold, which is really nice. I really like that. And if I want to, which I'm not, I can do the festive red. If you heard that, that's my dog. What? You're okay. Yes, I'm talking to somebody that's not you. You are right. Yes, you are. Yes, ma'am, you are right. Well, what? I'm sorry. Hang on. I'm going to have to pause you. And I'm back. She didn't need anything. She wanted to play, but when I got her upstairs to for her toys, she wasn't interested in that. She was just, I'm telling you, dogs, they're toddlers. They're perpetually 4 years old. And they'll, you know, they're babies, and they get to a certain age of, you know, canine age, and then they're just 4-year-old humans from then on out. You start getting busy, and then they interrupt you. So anyway, and I have brushed black, but I'm not using that because it's not the kind of look that I'm going for. And I'm probably not going to use the festive red. Not the look I'm going for. This is one of the ones I just did. Oh, mother. Huss bucket. Oh, whew. I don't have a lot of, you know, like table room, as we all don't. And so I had this laying over on a flat box, and then I tossed another thing on top of it because I'm a doofus. But it didn't ruin anything. So for that I'm happy because, you know, I feel like I'm off camera. Because I'm a doofus. Because my name is Dorcas, and I'm a Dorcas. Okay, enough. So this one is still drying. As you can see, I just stuck my thumb in it. It's okay. It's added texture. It gives it a little bit more, you know, interest. That's what the word I'm looking for. Interest. All right. So, all of these colors are translucent. I think that's what you call it. I get confused by these terms, so please drop it in the comments if you know. I know that opaque means you can't see through it, right? Yeah, if it's opaque, you can't see through it. Anyway, these you can see through. So I do, if I'm going to do in the amethyst, these are the heavier ones, obviously. And so, oops, boonk. I use them first. Now, technically, I suppose you could use non-metallic paint. I mean, I know you could. I just don't like it. I like my metallics, like I said. Excuse me. Ugh. So how is everyone tonight? It is Friday, and I may air this tonight, tomorrow. I don't know. You know what? The world is my oyster. I can do whatever I want. Within reason. You know. I don't have skill flying an airplane. So, you know. Guess the only time I'd be doing that is if the plane was going down. But I don't fly much. One day. So I just, it's pretty self-explanatory. I just put it on the paper and then take whatever smushing thing you're going to do and go over it. And as if you can see it, hopefully you can, whatever pattern you put the paint on the bottom, you can see that design. So if you kind of, do something like that, by the time you wash off your fingers and then dry them, because I have a wet towel down over here and then a dry towel in my lap, and then you just see how that color is still there. Oh, and look, I inadvertently used the antique gold. See how it's not quite as, it's not as, whatever that is, you can see through it. I meant to grab more of see, even I can't remember. I meant to grab more of, I have to look at it. This, the darker one. For some reason I like this. It doesn't look as brassy to me as the brushed antique gold. This is brushed metal. I should just stop saying brushed because, otherwise I'm going to be saying brushed all the time. If you hear any licking, I apologize. That's my dog. Being a bulldog. She's got a ginormous mouth and a shovel-like tongue. And so, yeah. That's her secret, that's her superpower, is her licking, because she's very licky. She came to me like that. I've had her for over a year. I don't think she was treated well, she was one of 8 dogs. They were backyard breeders, or they are backyard breeders. Anyway, I don't think she was treated well by the other dogs. I think she was the runt of the litter and kept on being the runt of the litter. I can so sympathize with that. Look, I went ahead and used the brush antique gold. So, you know what? Like I said, the name of my channel is Craft and See, because I don't even know what I'm going to do half the time. You never know. You never know. Alright. So, the nice thing about this is it's thin layers. I'm going to try to make it thin so it doesn't take long to dry. However, it does get your mat messy. It will get the back of the paper messy. Oh, shoot. I almost said a bad word. I dropped this, y'all, I dropped this right smack effing on my shirt. Thankfully, it was dry enough it didn't do anything bad to it, but still. I'm down to very few nice shirts. I should take this off and put on something else, but I don't want to because I'm lazy and I'm here and I'm doing this. And since I said it was a craft and sip, I almost said craft and S-H-I-T. Sorry, that's really funny. Like I say, craft and see with Laura B, you never know what's going to happen. Oh, sorry, I'm having a hot flash and I'm just like falling apart here. Alright, get that fan going. Oh, sorry. Oh. Yes, I laugh at myself because, well, I live alone. So, I live alone. Somebody's got to laugh at me. I got to laugh with someone. So what I'm going to do is it's pretty much dry because I did such a thin layer, but like here it isn't, and that's probably what got on my shirt and I can't see it. Yep. There it is. This little part. I see where it landed. Wait, real quick. Alright. One thing about drying paint I've learned with the heat gun, you hold it on one spot too long and it bubbles up. There used to be an old country song about something about bubble up. And I can't remember. I'm at that age where it was just receding Because it was stuff my grandparents liked. You know, early country. And so it didn't have a chance to really cement in my head, so I'm going in the way back machine, and I can't grasp at all. So, see, I better make sure I'm still in frame and you can still see me. Okay, I'm still in frame, and I'm going to move over a little bit. Okay, so much to remember. Why can't it be easy? Why can't I be a star where I show up and say my lines and everything? All the set dressing is done for me. And you hand me my props. And if I'm thirsty, you go get me something to drink. You know, and just generally spoil it like that. That would be nice. So I'm going to use this berry. It looks like fuchsia. You're such a doofus. I don't know why my dog is laying on the floor. That needs to be cleaned off. I mean, you know, cleaned up. I need to clean my craft room like nobody's business. But so she's laying on stuff on a floor, and her head is on my computer cord, charging cord that's strung across the walkway. She has a couch to lay on. She does, with pillows and blankies, but no. All right. Now this, I'll put more on than I wanted. And there, crap cracker, come on. And I got, as you can see, what I call a veritable crap ton of paint left over. And now I gotta put this down. I've got paint on the back of it. You know, like I said, I named my channel Craft and See with Laura B, but really I should have named it Craft and See the Mess with Laura B. Craft and See the Messy Laura B. That's it. Ugh. Because I tell you, I just cannot be neat. I'm this way as a cook, too. And I can be wearing, if I don't wear an apron, I'm going to wipe everything on my pants. That's something I was never able to do. Oh, parents couldn't break me of that. Apparently. Although I'm sure they tried. Okay. Oh, see, I just got all zenned out trying to clean this thing off. Okay. I think I'm going to be done with my hand now. Hang on. I tell you, I'm hot-natured, you know, especially in my later years. So, see, I just don't know what I'm doing. I'm just playing. What's going to happen is what's going to happen, is how today is. And dang it, I went down that rabbit trail and forgot what I was talking about. It happens with alarming frequency. This one, yes. Did you see that thought process? It was more indecision and decision than anything else. So, okay. And I'm leaving this color on here. I'll go get it. I'll go get it. What'd you see? What'd you hear? Okay, go get it. Sorry, guys. What was that? What was that pathetic sound coming out of your mouth? I have if I haven't said, I have an old, what is considered apparently an old English Bulldog. She's 3/4 American Bully and 1/4 English Bulldog, and she is the most, sometimes the goofiest, and most stubborn thing I've ever met in my life. It's my own fault, though, because I was all, to anyone who would listen, yeah, I'm the most stubborn person on the planet. No one outstubbers me unless I, you know, until I decide I don't care anymore. You're not going to win. you know, when I decide, that's it, man. Anyway, and then I met her. And it's like, oh, that's what stubborn is. I get it now. I only thought I was stubborn. And I'm just doing this, and probably off camera there, just to get a slight, tiny, tad bit more. Because I just, Mitzi, I love you. You do great work. I love it. I wish I could do that. What are you snuffing at? The fear of the blank page. That's what I have. That I have fear of a blank page, especially if it's white. I don't know why. You know, I guess that's why people put pictures on the wall. They don't like a white wall, or they don't like blank walls. See? But the thing is, on my walls, if there's too much, it's overwhelming. So my decor style, when I'm all, you know, have it all neat and tidy, is minimalist, I guess. I don't like a lot of things on the wall, a lot of pictures, because I just don't. It, I don't know why. I'm trying to think of the words to describe how it makes me feel. It's not calming. It's good night. There. I am so sorry. The best I can describe it is the opposite of calming to me. So, no offense to anyone, not me any offense. Okay? And you know what? Why do we always have to say that? As if it's trying to excuse our own behavior. Are we trying to say it's wrong? Anyway, never mind. That's just too deep for tonight. It's Friday night. It's a sip and craft. Sip and craft. Alright, so now we're going to do another one. We got two going. Actually, let's see if this first one is dry, so we can keep building. So it's just a matter of building layers upon layers upon layers, and I think that's dry. I hope that's dry. And it is not, of course, and I stick my pinky in it to test. So, again, thinner layers. It's nice, that texture, that visual interest, but it is also takes longer to dry. And this paper is pretty much toast. Yes, I just tossed that across the room. I did not toss it across the room. I tossed it into the pile of papers. My air quotes. Which means, no, I didn't toss it on the floor, because there's a bunch of stuff already on the floor. I tossed it on top of the stuff that's on the floor. Yep. And that's how it is. So, I'm going to stick with my, I like rose gold. It's like Chanel had a signature fragrance. You've got Mary Kay has their signature pink. Laura has her rose gold. I know. I don't do everything in rose gold, obviously. I mean, you just have to see some of my stuff to know, no, she doesn't do it all the time. Now, I'm just trying to get some of this off my, so I'm not wasting as much, because I feel guilty. Almost kept that one clean. Almost. Yeah, there's just not enough to warrant all that. So, okay, I'm going to pause this and get these, excuse me, these papers dried so it doesn't take forever. I mean, literally watching me wait for paint to dry. You know, which is hopefully slightly better than actually just watching paint itself dry. So I will be back in just a few minutes. And I'm back. So, I finished drying this, fed my dog a little bit, ate the rest of my dinner, and then came back and finished drying, and then here I am. And I swear to you, I had a swimsuit in these colors in 1980 something. It just, I didn't realize it until I was looking at it and going, oh my gosh, this does not, could not scream more 1980 something if it had Cyndi Lauper dancing to Girls Just Want to Have Fun. You know, or Madonna, Like a Virgin. Seriously, couldn't get more. She's Miami Vice right there. Okay. So, I'm going to put those ones aside. And I really like the feel that this gives it. It's kind of supple, especially when you've done it really smoothly. You haven't added any texture like I have. You know, because you obviously feel the layers change. So if you don't do that, it's actually very smooth. But it's junk journaling, so it really doesn't matter. Remember? Because the points don't matter. I'm going to try this purple, this amethyst, and see if we can tone down this whole spa, 1980s spa look. Seriously, I can't stand it. The more I look at it, the more I'm like, shoulder pads and everything else. You know, excuse my sniffs. There. Who cares? It's art, right? That's finger paint. Oh, now that would be fun. Oh, let's do that. No. I'm here doing one thing. We'll do it on another, but it still would be a lot of fun. You know what? Forget it. Forget everything I just said with that. I'm going to play. Yes, it's messy. It's crafting. It's Craft and See with Laura B, and it's going to be messy. But we don't care. We like messy. Excuse me, again with my sniffs. I'll take care of that in a moment, but right now, okay, I'm liking this. Is anybody else liking this? Because I sure am. I'm telling you, I highly encourage you to just, I mean, I had a friend tell me that it stresses her out, coloring stresses her out, and I'm like, what? I have never heard such a thing. It's like when my neurologist and everybody else tells me I need to learn to pace myself, and I'm like, I don't know what you mean of this word pace. And I'm the same way with coloring. She said it stresses her out. And it calms me right down. You know, and the funny thing is, I'm 52, and I had a babysitter, and when we lived in Illinois, I lived in Illinois for 3 years, Southern Illinois, when I was between the ages of 5 and 8. And we got a new babysitter. And my favorite crying in a bucket, Sesame Street characters, that just came out a lot faster than I intended. See me? See, I'm showing you what I'm doing. So everybody knows Laura screwed up. See? This is what happens when Laura screwed up. I'm telling you. Anyway, my favorite Sesame Street characters were, two of them were Bert and Ernie. I mean, I loved, I remember really liking Oscar. And I know there were others, but my absolute vivid memory of really liking Bert and Ernie. And this new babysitter, anyway, she brought me a Bert and Ernie coloring book with one of those packs of like 4 jumbo crayons. Crayons, I call them crayons, I'm sorry, but crayons. They're called crayons, pronounced crayons. Laura, get it right for once. The crayons, my favorite colors were red and green. And my favorite color is still red. But anyway, it's funny how I just vividly remember that. So, obviously, I liked coloring even back then, or it was just such a memorable event. I don't remember her at all. Nope, I don't know. I mean, I vaguely remember a female babysitter. But it seemed like she was our babysitter in the summer. Yeah, she babysat us in the summer while my parents worked. You know, back in the 70s, they didn't really have Y Care and stuff like that. At least that's, my son was in a program called Y Care at the YMCA, so that's why I call it Y Care. Where'd my towel go? My towel? Oh, there put it. Anyway. Yeah, so it didn't take much to please me as a little kid. So, okay, this one, I don't have to worry. I don't have any problems of trying to cover anything hated up. We are going to do some champagne gold. I'd like you to, I think you would like that. Because while it does cover, it gives it more of a golden sheen as opposed to an actual, whatever that word is, that I don't, opaque. How come you're not shouting it out to me? Telling me right now. You know, call a friend. That's going to be your lifeline. Dial a friend. Call me and tell me. I like that. See, I like how the champagne gold kind of filled in, almost in my untrained words, like filled in the gaps that were right there. So, I mean, I get, maybe people don't get as big a kick out of doing this as I do. But I really do enjoy it. What is Kona barking at out there? Our neighbors have a dog named Kona. She's a German Shepherd. She likes to talk a lot. And she also likes to, we have a rickety old gate between us, and she also likes to poke her head through the gate. So she can bark, 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 bark at a dog. At my dog. Although my dog's getting pretty much ignores her. She's a lot better at ignoring her now than she was, say, a year ago. Of course, she was, you know. She's a bulldog. It took her a while to get comfortable and realize that she wasn't going to be traded off again, so to speak. Okay, this one. What shall we do with the pumpkin? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? I'm gonna do. Oh, y'all, I'm stuck. We're gonna go with rose gold. That is rose gold. Duh. Good golly moly. Oh man, I didn't even have that on there. Woofka. Well, I guess I'm going with purple right there. Guess I'm going with purple. Oh man. Anybody ever watch How I Met Your Mother? It's one of my favorite comedies to watch. Like I said in another video, I tend to like to watch half-hour sitcoms before I go to bed. Puts me in a better mood. Anyway. I forgot why I would brought that up. There was something about one of the episodes that cracked me up. But again, it was a thought in my head, and I got distracted by something betwixt one thought and another. Betwixt and between. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing, Missy? Well, I'm sorry, but you had your dog food. Doggy food doggy. You did doggy food doggy. You had a lot more doggy food doggy today. She's been, she struggles with her weight. And, so she's been put on calorie restriction for the last 3 weeks. And she's done really well. Of course they're going to do well. It's not like they have opposable thumbs to open up the bin and get them their own food. I mean, hello. And if you didn't realize, sarcasm is my native tongue, okay? So 99.9% of the time, I'm not serious when I say something snarky. I'm not trying to insult anyone. I'm just trying to be funny. And, you know, you'll either like it or you won't. As I tell people, I have a sense of humor. My sense of humor is Edgar Allan Poe meets the Far Side. That is who I am, and I'm not going to change. And I've now finally figured to stop trying. I'm like, okay. I mean, you change certain things. You know, you may, but anywho. And I want to say hi to a couple people that actually took time out of their schedule. Thank you. And watched at least one of my videos. And so I want to say hi to Ellen. Hi, Ellen. And hi, Leanne. And also, I don't think Naja watches. And I think that's how you say her name. Naja. And I didn't tell her my YouTube channel. So, but anyway, hi. Hi, those are my shout-outs. My shout-outs to new friends. New friends, new people. Let's see if my people... Oh, better. It's not what I wanted. Oh, crap, and it's still wet. But it is much mo better. Anyway, let's see, that one I just did. Let's see if this one's any higher. Is this something I can do with? Is this doable? I think it can still dry through there. But I have discovered that you can get it to a certain dryness where you can actually work with it. And now I'm going to use the white pearl. I try to only do about 3 layers. I try to do like 3 layers. And this, I don't know what they put in it, but it smells good. I mean, I don't know what it's, I can't tell you what it smells like. I'm trying to clean off. But whatever it is, it smells good. Whatever it smells like, it's one of those smells you recognize, but you can never quite figure out what it is. That's that, but it smells good. But hey, other people might not think so. I was shocked as, sorry if that like came across really loud, but I was shocked as hell when my niece told me that she thought WD-40 smelled like rotting fish. And I was like, what are you talking about? WD-40 smells like bananas. Everybody knows it smells like bananas. Every time I use WD-40, I'm like, ooh, bananas, it smells like bananas. But no. So apparently not everybody smells the same thing when it comes to that. And that, I mean, maybe that's just general knowledge. General knowledge. Sir. That's another thing from How I Met Your Mother. When you do the... That's a major concern. Major concern. Sir? Anyway, just a dumb little joke. But anyway, she said that she hated WD-40 because of it smelled like fish. Rotting fish. And I have a very, very keen sense of smell. Trust me. And so I think she's off base. But, you know, I'm probably... Who knows? But let me know. If any of you know, have smelled WD-40, used WD-40. Women, come on. It's alright. Fess up. Fess up. Use WD-40. What they say all a good woman needs is WD-40, duct tape, and a wrench or a hammer, a screwdriver even. One of those. That's all you need. Then we can fix anything. Because when it moves and it shouldn't, that's where the duct tape comes in. And if it doesn't move when it should, that's where the WD-40 comes in. So, yay. I like that. I'm really not wanting to get my head in frame, but I feel like I keep doing it. I don't want to see my nasty old hair that I didn't do anything with today. Alright, so I'm pretty much going to wrap this up. Shouting over the dryer. These are fairly dry. Yeah, that's got to be fixed. This can't stand. It can't. I can't let that stand. So since I don't have there's only about a half an hour before it's time to, you're going to hear the song, and it's not copyright infringement because I made it up the other day. As I sing to my dog, it's time to go put the chickens to bed, chickens to bed, chickens to bed. It's time to go put the chickens to bed, chickens to bed. Anyway, my chickens are roosted generally by 5:45. And today's not a very nice day, so they may already be in there, but I doubt it. I have one. I named her Shadow because she's the first one. She's the first one to come running if you're out there, thinks that if there's food or she thinks there's a treat. And she's the last one to go to bed if she is still peckish. So, that's my song. You're welcome for my horrible off-key singing. But it's time to go put the chickens to bed, chickens to bed, chickens to bed. I'm planning on eventually getting an automatic door so like I can actually leave and not have to open their coop door to let them out and then shut it to keep them in and keep predators out. You can get automatic doors for that. But then when do I want to ever get to sing my song again? I can't figure out a song that says get them up because I can't figure that out. And if I had an automatic door, I wouldn't be getting them out anyway. So yeah, I was thinking about that last night. Little things that amuse us. One, if you want to use that phrase, the royal one. When one wants. All right, I'm just babbling now. I am just talking to talk. So it's time to shut up and go and go away, Lori. Lori, shut up and just go away. So okay. I'm liking that a lot better now, but it didn't turn out anything like I wanted it. Oops, off screen. Anything like I wanted it to. But I am liking it. It's not what I wanted. Let me stand up. It's not what I was wanting to go for. Boy, the metallic sure put a glare. And it's not my favorite. I will say that. I like this one a little bit better. Good night. It's really hard to see. And then this one. Now, the tags that I made, which I posted on Kandace's group, that's Kandace at Journal Me Crazy by Kandace Johnson. And I had done these. I'm trying to get it to where even I can see if it's on there. Okay. What I did was I took the Distress Crackle Paste, and I ended up buying translucent. That's the word I'm looking for, translucent, because it dries see-through. This one is a little weird because it picked up some of the ink that was on my stencil. But this one is on book page. You can see it cracks as it dries, and then you can go through with whatever you want. I did on these, I did my metallic watercolors. Of course, Mama likes your metallics. What can I say? Mama wants what Mama wants. And so these are actually going to be tags for that tag swap that I made, that I'm doing. And this one is not quite dry. Right here you can see that it's white, but it's fairly dry over here. Pretty dry. It's because I did it a lot thicker, because I wanted them to stand up and stand out. Let me show you the tag that I did that specifically did it. Here, let me move this. So you see, they almost look like those plastic butterflies that look a lot like this, because I did it a thick layer, and it dried it. I let it dry overnight is what I did. Man, I'm really close to the camera. Sorry. Anyway, I let it dry overnight, and then I took the watercolors in again. And that's kind of the effect that I was wanting with these, because I didn't want it to be so thin that it was just barely above the paper. I wanted something thicker and more substantial. But anyway, back to the reason I'm not doing that is because they take this. This has been drying for over an hour now. And, you know, it's still got a good ways to go. So, anyway, I may fast forward some of this if I can figure out how, because it's 44 minutes, and that's a long video. I'm sorry. But I'm glad you joined me today. Kandace, honey, I hope you liked this short-ish. No, it's not short. Shut up, Laura. it ain't short, video on my process of this painting paper. I saw a creator do this on YouTube up to a year and a half ago. My memory is very fuzzy. I don't remember who, and I don't remember when, but I can tell you it was in the last year and a half. And since it's on the vague, I can't really remember who I saw it from, it has to be greater than 9 months ago. I can tell you that much. So anyway, but this process, this technique, I guess you would call it. And so, like everything, you watch it, you do it, and you put your own spin on it, and it's like telephone. So this may not look anything like that they did. But I'm really loving these tags. Oh, there you go. Here's the, I think they're lilacs or lavenders. So anyway, there we are. And as always, peace. And if you like what you saw, please hit the like button, subscribe, hit that notification bell if you would like to. That way you know when I post and you can be Johnny on the spot and post. And comment. Commenting gets me noticed. While I don't need to be the center of attention, I really don't like it. I would like to get some subscribers and grow my channel, you know. Anyway, I had a good time. I hope you did too. And until next time, bye.